Hello friends, once again I am with you for the CBSE Class 8 Social Science. Friends, before we start, I have something to tell you. दोस्तों, एक बार एक विद्वान ब्राह्मण था, a scholar ब्राह्मण. Once upon a time he found कि एक ऐसा मुहूर्त है कि इस मुहूर्त में अगर कोई शिव मंदिर जाके शिवलिंग के ऊपर पीपल का पत्ता चढ़ाएगा तो वो सोने का पत्ता हो जाएगा. यस, इट विल कन्वर्ट इनटू गोल्डन लीफ. बट एज ही वॉज ऑफ ओल्ड एज, वो वृद्ध थे, so he was not interested in collecting the leaves and converting into the golden leaves. So he called a young person. उन्होंने एक यंग पर्सन को बुलाया और उनको कहा कि तुम ये शिवलिंग पे जाके पीपल के पत्तों को अगर चढ़ाओगे तो वो सोने का हो जाएगा. अब यंग जनरेशन, उनको विश्वास नहीं होता था, इसलिए उन्होंने पहले ट्राई किया. तो 3-4 पत्ते पीपल के पेड़ से वो लाकर जब चढ़ाए तो टू हिज सरप्राइज दे कन्वर्टेड इनटू गोल्डन लीव्स. फिर उसने डिसाइड किया कि ये आइडिया मुझे वो विद्वान ब्राह्मण ने दिया है, तो मैं एज ए ग्रेटिट्यूड मैं उनको ये पत्ते दे देता हूँ और फिर मैं गांव में जितने पीपल के पेड़ है वहाँ से जाके सारे पत्तों को तोड़ के आता हूँ और शिवलिंग पे चढ़ाऊंगा ताकि सारे पत्ते गोल्डन हो जाएंगे और फिर मैं सबसे अमीर आदमी बन जाऊंगा. देयर वॉज अ ग्रीड इन हिज माइंड, लालच, लोभ. उन्होंने पत्ते देकर वो तो पूरे गांव के पत्ते तोड़ने निकल पड़े और सारे पत्ते तोड़ने में तो शाम हो चुकी थी. और जब वो शिव मंदिर में गए और शिवलिंग पे वो सारे पत्ते चढ़ाए तो उनमें से एक भी पत्ता सोने का हुआ नहीं. उसने कहा कि मेरी मेहनत और ये मेरी सारी चीज़ें अब मेरे कुछ काम की नहीं. फिर वो ब्राह्मण के पास गया और कहा कि आपने तो कहा था कि सोने के पत्ते हो जाएंगे और कुछ तो कन्वर्ट भी हुए, बट फिर भी जब मैंने शाम को ये किया तो कुछ हुआ नहीं और इट इज़ ऑफ नो यूज़ फॉर मी. ऐसा क्यों हुआ? तब वो ब्राह्मण ने कहा कि मूर्ख, मैंने तुम्हें कहा था कि अच्छा मुहूर्त है. मुहूर्त होता है 1.5 घंटे का. तूने पूरा दिन पत्ते तोड़ने में डाल दिया. अगर तूने वो 1.5 घंटे के अंदर तुमको जितने पत्ते मिले उतने पत्ते तोड़कर अगर उस शिवलिंग पे चढ़ाए होते तो वो सारे पत्ते सोने के हो जाते. तो हुआ क्या? उसकी मेहनत और वो सारे पत्ते अब उसके लिए कुछ काम के नहीं है. तो दिस चैप्टर इज ऑल अबाउट बेस्ड ऑन दिस स्टोरी. मोरल ऑफ दिस स्टोरी, anything that can be useful for us is resource. तो वो सारे पत्ते अगर गोल्डन हो जाते तो उसके लिए वो काफ़ी काम में आते. हमारा जो चैप्टर है वो चैप्टर इसी बेस पे है. जियोग्राफी चैप्टर 11, टाइप्स ऑफ रिसोर्सेस. द वर्ड रिसोर्स इज डिफाइंड एज anything, simple definition, anything that can be useful for us is called resource. स्टोरी में हुआ क्या? वो पत्ते उसके काम आए नहीं तो उसके लिए वो रिसोर्स नहीं था. और अगर वो पत्ते कन्वर्ट हो जाते गोल्डन तो उसके लिए काफ़ी काम में आते. सो बिफोर स्टार्टिंग द चैप्टर, let us have a look on the glossary of chapter. That is some words that are there in the chapter, but some of you may find some difficulties in order to understand the word. Evolution is the first word. It means process of natural development. That is, the development occurs naturally. This process is called evolution. Next is discover. Discover is, it means to find or to explore something. Accessible, availability or allowance to use. It means something we can use or we are allowed to use. That is we can call accessible for us. Economic, obviously very easy, it is related to money. Cheap, very common word, of low cost or of low price. Next is origin. It means base or root, basically, right? That is basically we are from where, that is called origin. Derive, it means obtained from, right? Mathematical and scientific word here. Biotic, living things. Abiotic, non-living things. Geothermal energy is the new word. It may be the new word for us, but explanation is so simple. Power that is obtained, power it means or energy that is obtained by using heat from the earth's interior. It means from the downside of earth, whatever power is coming upside, right? If we are able to use that power, that is called geothermal energy. The example of geothermal energy is hot springs. In India, some places hot springs are there. The water of that hot spring remains hot just because of the power or energy is coming down from the earth side, right? That is why it is called geothermal energy. Next is tidal. Tidal, it means of tide or wave. Tides or wave that are there in ocean, you know very well. Tap, it means to store or to control, that is tap. Renew, to regenerate or to recreate. Reproductive, it means to produce or create or make again, that is reproductive. Can be able to make it again, that is we can use this adjective reproductive. Fossil fuel, fossil and fuel, two words are there in this phrase, fossil and fuel. Fuel, you know, right? And fossil, it has been defined over here, that is natural fuel formed years ago from the remains of living organisms like trees or animals, etc. It means millions of years ago, due to some physical changes on earth, that may be due to calamity or maybe due to some time. Due to that, wild animals or trees were stuck under the earth, right? Maybe earthquake or many natural calamities are there. So due to that, their bodies were stuck under the earth. They remained there for millions of years, and due to heat and pressure under the earth, they were converted into the liquid called fuel. That is why they are called fossil fuel, right? The new word is sim. Sim means a thick layer of coal. And you can compare with the trunk of the wood, as if you have seen trunk of the wood, same way seam of the coal, right? Next is geological time, a new word for this. It is nothing but the time taken for the particular formation and development of earth. So whatever changes are happening under or over the earth, the time is taken for that is called geological time. Next is exploit. Exploit means, generally exploit is related to negativity, but over here in this chapter, to exploit means to make full use and derive benefit from. So whatever the thing you are using, you utilize it in a full way to derive the maximum benefit from that. It means you have exploited it. Next is sufficient, very common, enough and adequate quantity. Next is erode. Erode is scientific word. Gradual or slow wear away. Wear away, it means removal of soil, rock and land due to any process. Gradually the upper layer of soil, if it is removed, then it is called erosion. Erode is the infinitive of erosion. Silt. Silt is very smooth clay or very fine sand, deposit of very smooth clay or fine sand at the bottom of flowing water. When the flowing water is there, at the bottom you find smooth clay or fine sand, very small, very little particle of sand, that is called silt. Judiciously, it means wisely or with good judgment, right? According to the rules, or for example, using judiciously, it means using it wisely or using it according to the rules or using it with good judgment that no one can be harmed from that. That is called judiciously. Next is scarcity, that is shortage or lack, that is very common. Vital, it is important. Then determine is, it means to decide. Sustain, it means to keep the existence or to continue. It means to continue in a sense, right? The effect is sustained. असर और भी चालू है, that is sustained. Unintended. Unintended is the word derived from the word intend or the noun intention. It means irada. So unintended is something we have not thought about that, not planned about that, unplanned and unexpected. That is unintended. Next is consequence. It means result, that what happens next is called consequence. Conservation, in the simple words, that is saving, to save, but it defines protection through care and proper management. It means to save it or to use it in a way that it can be saved for the future generation. That is called conservation. The last topic of our chapter is conservation of resources. Next is strip mining. Strip mining is open cast mining. Mining, you know, digging the land. So in that many methods are there, multiple methods are there. From that methods, one of these methods is strip mining. Strip mining means open cast. Open cast mining, it is something like where mining is done at very shallow depth. Shallow depth, it means not deep depth, right? Not deep depth, it is mined at very shallow depth. So that is called strip mining. Ruin means destruction, that you know very well. Then alternative, it means having another option. Alarming, right? It means warning, right? It is something is dangerous, that is alarming. Fume means smoke. Emission means discharge. Enhance, it means to improve, right? So these are the words which were in the glossary of this chapter, which I thought that these are the words which you should know before going for the explanation of this chapter, right? So let us go for the explanation of this chapter. Hello dear students, welcome to the second video of this chapter. In the first video you heard a beautiful story. I hope you had a lesson from that story, and we just had a look on the glossary of the words which may create difficulties for you. So I hope that you have gone through those words. Please write down those words in your CW book also, right? So let us start our next chapter, that is chapter number 11, that is types of resources, right? So in this chapter we are going to discuss these main points: natural resources and their classification, human made resources, human resources, and conservation of resources. These are the points to be covered in this chapter. So at a glance, if we see that resources, because the name of this chapter is types of resources, right? So types of resources are basically three that we just discussed: natural resources, human made resources, and human resources. Definition we will obviously going to see in the chapter, but let us see at a glance. These are gifts of nature which are useful to us. Listen it carefully, because uh, uh, according to this you will be given warm up activity before chapter starts. These are the gifts of nature which are useful to us. So natural resources have been gifted to us by nature, by mother nature, and obviously whatever mother nature gives us, they are very useful to us. These include soil, water, forests, wildlife, and minerals. All these words are very common to you. Soil, you can say in Hindi, jamin; water, पानी; फॉरेस्ट, जंगल; जंगल में से हमें काफ़ी चीज़ें मिलती है, लकड़ी से लेकर दवाइयाँ तक, रबर, सब कुछ मिलता है। वाइल्ड लाइफ, वाइल्ड लाइफ से भी हमें काफ़ी कुछ मिलता है, नाखून, स्किन, horns, right? Even oil also. And minerals. Minerals we obtain in raw form. We just have a process on minerals and we make many useful things. So these are natural resources. Next is human made resources. These mainly include our technical expertise, government structures that may include political and economic institutions, and social and cultural setup, for example houses and roads. So students, what is human made resource? It is made up of two words, human and made. So whatever is made by human, these are called human resources. But how human will make, from what human will make? So it mainly includes humans, it means humans technical expertise. Technical expertise, it means to have the good knowledge of technicality, it means technology. So with the use of technology, whatever humans make, that is called human made resources. For example, the things you see around you at your home, school, or any place, for example chair, bed, door, window, table, laptop, mobile, mouse, these are human made resources. But they are made from what? How they are, from what they are made? For example, take an example of chair. Chair is made from wood. Yes, and wood is natural resources because we can obtain wood from nature. We cannot make wood on our own. So it may include government structures, anything. This has very small definition, but anything, government structures, political and economic institutions, whatever institutions you can take an example, and even social and cultural setup. So whatever things you see around you, right, these are human made resource. And next is, or last is, human resource. This constitute human beings themselves, right? We are the most important resource. Why? Because if human would have not been there on the earth, then more than 99% of the resources would have been useless, because it is humans only who uses the resources well. And human mind, human expertise are also called human resources. So do not forget the definition of resources. Definition of resource is anything that can be, simple definition, anything that can be useful for us, that is called resource. Clear? So let us move ahead. Here is a warm-up exercise. So whatever, based on these three definition, whatever comes in your mind when you speak or when you see the natural resource, please make a list. Human made resource, make a list of that, and human resource, make a list of that. Clear? Do it in your CW book. Let us go ahead. Now the explanation start. Listen it carefully. In the process of evolution and development, humans have discovered a great variety of resources in nature and created many other with the help of different technologies. So each and everything has process, right? So in this process, in the process of evolution and development, so both the words you have seen in the glossary, right? So you know what is the meaning of evolution, right? Natural development. Clear? So in this process of natural development, humans means we have discovered. What is the meaning of discover? Yes, to find. Have a great variety of resources we have found since the Stone Age, or since we were tribal, that is Adivasi, since that to present day. What evolution you can clearly see, right? We are now technology dependent, and before millions of years ago there was a Stone Age. Human was totally dependent on mostly stone, right? So that is called evolution. So during this evolution, humans have discovered, we have found a great variety. Variety means having multiple choices of resources. Many resources we are having, or we have been offered, or we are gifted. Gifted by whom? Nature. And we have created many other resources also. But how we have created? With the help of different technologies, right? That is very true, right? During this evolution we have come to know about many natural resources, and some, on the basis of some natural resources, we have discovered and explored and found some multiple varieties also with the help of different technologies, right? Let us have a quick example of technology. Before hundreds of years ago, if humans want water, then what humans used to do? Just think and answer. What humans used to do? Yes, they used to dig wells, right? Or they used to go to water resources like river or pond or lake or stream. But nowadays, if human needs water, then human have developed the irrigation system. Due to irrigation system, humans do not have to go to any place for fetching water, and water comes to the home of every human due to the technology, right? That is evolution. Clear? So in this chapter, we will study the major types of resources, as the chapter is types of resources. Then we'll see how useful and valuable they are in making human lives comfortable. Today, whatever we are, whatever development we are observing, whatever we are doing, that is all because of resources that have been gifted to us, resources that are available to us, or resources that are accessible to us, right? So that also we'll discuss, and why it is important to conserve these resources. Conserve, glossary, just remember, conserve it means to protect the resources in a very proper management, with very proper management, right? To protect or to save or to use in a way that it can be used in future also. That is called conservation. So in this chapter we'll discuss types of resources, and we'll also discuss that how they are useful for us, how they are valuable for us, and how they are important because they have made our life very comfortable. And at last we'll also see that how we can conserve the resources and what is importance of conserving resources. So finally we have reached to the definition of resource. Any object that is useful, any object, कोई भी चीज that is useful in making the life of human beings comfortable is a resource. So any damn thing that is useful for us, which can make which can make us comfortable, that is called resource. If you want to write, pen is a resource for you. If you want to call or text, mobile is resource for you. Now it is not something that the things you see around you and the things which are in proper shape are only resource for you. It is not something, whatever, because the definition suggests any object that is useful in making the life of human beings comfortable is a resource. कोई भी चीज जो आपको काम आ सकती है, that is resource. If you are going down the street and something like chewing gum is stuck under your footwear, now at that time mobile is not resource for you. At that time your spectacle is not resource for you, but at that time a piece of small stone or at that time a twig to remove that stuck chewing gum or any object is resource for you. Now you got the point what is resource? I hope it is clear for you, right? Should we process further? Okay. Whatever we eat, use, or even we see around us is a resource, right? Whatever we eat, whatever we use, like discussed right now, or whatever we see around us, even walls of our home is also a resource for us, because it is useful for us in what manner? It is useful for us to maintain privacy. It is useful for us to protect ourselves from the weathering changes also, right? It is useful for us to protect our things also. So that is a resource, and that is why it makes us our life comfortable, right? So see around us is a resource or has been created from some types of resource. Clear? सो वट एवर थिंग्स, कोई भी चीज़ आप देखते हैं तो वो आप हमारे लिए रिसोर्स है, और अगर कोई ऐसी चीज़ है जो हमें काम नहीं आ सकती है तो भी वो किसी रिसोर्स से बनी हुई भी हो सकती है. अ रिसोर्स शुड satisfy a need. There is a characteristic of resource, and the first characteristic of resource is it should satisfy a need. Now suppose if you want to write something, so you need a pen and book basically. So in order to become resource, that pen and that book must be usable. If that book is fully written, then it is not resource for us. Where we should write. If that pen must have ink, if that pen is not working, then it is not resource for us. Be the pen is golden, even real golden, but it is not resource for us. For a thirsty person, a golden empty glass is not resource. It should satisfy a need. It is not something it should look good. it should be in a proper shape, right? It should have something or something. No, it should satisfy a need. It must satisfy a need in order to become a resource. Clear? If we need something to point out, we need pointer or mouse. But if mouse is not working on the screen of computer, it is not resource for us. Right? Clear? The first characteristic of a resource is satisfy a need. Next is be developed and used. Something you need to, if you want to use as a resource, so you can be developed, it can be developed and it can be used also. It means something you cannot make it, or something is unique, you cannot make it again. So there is very limited scope of that thing being resource. So it should be developed also and used also. For example, pen and book. So pen is produced, developed, pen is developed and produced at many factories, and it is used also. So that is the main reason that the second characteristics are also satisfied. It can be developed and used. Next is should be accessible to humans. Now take an example of the continent Antarctica. So it is said that in Antarctica, under the land of Antarctica, many minerals are there. In Antarctica, the total huge part of drinkable and clear water lies also there. And in Antarctica, many types of natural resources are also available over there. But they are right now not resources for us. Just think and answer. Why whatever things are available on Antarctica, they are not resource for us right now? Why? Can you answer this? Yes, because it is not accessible to humans. The word accessible, it has been explained by me in the glossary. Accessible, it means available to use or allowed to use. Now, no one will deny us to use those resources if we go to Antarctica. But Antarctica, temperature below 50, below 50 degree temperature is there. Over there, normal humans cannot survive. So over there, how will you survive, or how will you access those resources? So the third characteristic of resources is it should be accessible to humans. Accessible होना चाहिए. Next is it should have some value. It must have some value. Value should be economic. Economic, it means related to money, or social also. So it should have some value. Without value, resource is not a resource, right? So pen, book, those are having economical value. That is economical value. That is why they are called resource. But if we have an example of support, love, compassion, those are having social value, friendship. So they are also resource, right? Next characteristic is be cheap. It should be reasonably be cheap. It is not something like that if we want to have ornaments. So to fulfill the needs of having ornaments, obviously we can exchange the ornaments or with golds with money, right? So by paying money we can have ornaments. But it should be cheap over here, it means in that definition, right? If you want to have a packet of biscuit, so it should be of price ranging from 5 rupees to hardly 50, but if you go further over that also 200 to 250. But you cannot have that I have a packet of biscuit of cost 15,000 rupees. So it is not something morally. Ideally or reasonably, it should be cheap, right? That is, developing the resource should not cost too much, as I said earlier. But according to that, if you want gold, that it will be something like that 30,000 per 10 gram, right? So everything has its own price, but it should not go beyond that. That is, it should be cheap. Then the last characteristic is it should suit the requirements of new technology and the level of development. Today, nowadays, all the things are produced with the help of technology. So whatever resources are there, the resources should be very comfortable by for using technology and to have the level of development, right? So something like that, if you want something and it should not, if it is not matching the requirements of new technology and level of development, so it does not come under the category of resource. So this is the introduction part in this video, right? So in this video we have gone through introduction as well as the definition of resources and characteristics of resources also. And in next video we'll go through the classification of resources, right?